We're pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Herbert going to go to the air right away. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Okay, partner, a couple of points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert got a man, that's Richie James. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
In motion goes the tight end. Herbert on first down now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. James has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Complete to Richie James.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Complete to Patterson. It's a gain of 6.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Olamide Zaccheaus. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again here with Akers. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
32! Stay 50, stay 50.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. His pass caught at the 4. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Big 20. Hey.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 4th down, Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, Patterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got on maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stopped them. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They snap it to Herbert. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. This one into the hands of Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 31 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here's one of the longest tenured members of the Super Bowl champs, Tyler Higbee, making the first down. 7th year as a starter for L.A. Just a stable presence for the Rams at the tight end spot with a dash of dynamic plays along the way. One of those starters who may be overlooked, but a key part of why they won the Lombardi Trophy.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
59! Easy!
From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
32! 21!
From the 31, Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup now for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Rams 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going right back to Akers. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give up the middle to Akers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Finding room at midfield. Still on his feet. Kyle Pitts. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. It marched to the end zone the last time out.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Herbert now. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clipped him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Herbert on first down now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw right side complete to Carter. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And it's caught. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Akers. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. This one out quickly to James. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Alert! Hey, give me a radar. Easy, alert! Hey, fly low!
Back to throw, Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Play action, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how can you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Take 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Little tune flow.